Canadian bands of the past 30 years is Prozzak. Prozzak is a cartoon duo, initially consisting of Cartoon Simon, Cartoon Milo, and they created this wonderful little record in 99, 98, one of those two, and it's really stood the test of time. To this day, it probably remains one of the best Canadian pop albums that's ever been written. Yes, that's a strong statement. Yes, I will stand by this. Now, are all the songs on this classic record amazing? No. But are they all terrible? Well, let's find out. We're starting from the very beginning. This song opens up with a song called Europa. Europa is solid. It's like a solid B. It's fun, it's peppy, it's got a great beat, it's got a really nice Spanish guitar element to it. It really carries that feeling of like a European song. Maybe not quite a Eurovision song, but definitely in the same vein. Europa is very fast, very light, very much fun. It's a really great beat. It has a great drive. And what was so unique about Prozzak is they actually were animated. And so the band actually consisted of two men who were a part of the band, another Canadian band called the Philosopher Kings. And they separated and they made off and they started this band as like a side project. And this side project got a lot of momentum. They got 3 albums out of it. They reunited a couple of years ago and they've actually created 1 or 2 more since then. And Prozzak has a really great feeling to them. They're always happy, they're fun, it's fast, it's good, it's solid. Like if you're looking for a really great, easy show to go to or a really great, easy sound to go to, they're excellent. Europa is a really great one. In this music video, they actually tried to make like a dance with it, but it wasn't quite animated as well as it could have been, just based off of the technology they had at the time. But in terms of like a good song, it's a great song. I would say that Europa is one of the best, but it's not quite as good as the next song. The next song on the list, I believe, was Sucks to Be You. No, it was Strange Disease. Where's Strange Disease? Strange Disease is probably their most popular song from the album. Very, very popular. A lot of people really enjoy it. I don't think it's the best on the album. I think it's close. Like, I think that Strange Disease is great. It's peppy. It's super fast. It's got a really great energy to it. It's a lot of fun. It's silly. It's a bit more tongue-in-cheek than the other ones, or tongue other places than the other ones. But yeah, it's fun. It's fast. It's got that like bold, thriving beat. It's silly. It's got a really great call and response section at the beginning. Yeah, Strange Disease is a good little song. It's funny. It's fast. It's peppy. What more do you need? It's a good choice. Next up would be Sucks to Be You. Sucks to Be... I don't think this is actually the next song on the list. This is where everything falls apart, because I don't exactly know what order all of these are in, but I know we have all of them. So, next up I will say is Sucks to Be You. This was their big hit. This was their initial hit. This was their first one. This was what they first initially went with. This is what it went with. It was fun. Sucks to Be You is good. I actually think it's better than Strange Disease. Is it the best on the album? Well, no, I feel like there's some parts of this album that are a little dated. The extra shiny, like, guitars, the peppiness, it does carry much that 90s electronic feel to it, which makes sense. They were animated. You wanted that feeling of, like, silliness, craziness, peppiness, and so it really does, but at the same time, you do sacrifice a little bit of that timeless quality, and so we're looking back on this as, like, more of a study rather than, like, this is what this is. This is good. But Sucks to Be You is a great song. Next up on the list was Amabala Charé. Really good. I would say Amabala Charé is also A tier. I don't know if it's S tier. I feel like my S tier is like a very specific, like timeless, perfect quality of a song. I think Amabala Charé is good. It's close. It's very, very silly and verbose, and it's fast, and it has that really nice feel to it. What I liked so much about Prozzak is they actually encapsulated geography a little bit. So Europa was about a European romance. There's one about New York specifically. Amabala Charé was supposed to be an African. So it's kind of interesting how he's like going around the world, and he has that whole, it's a band with a plot line. It's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of silly. Very tongue-in-cheek, but very much present at the same time. It's good. It's good to look through things. So, yeah, Amabala Charé, right up there. Next up, we have Wild Thing, Poor Boy. This was their next hit. I think of these hits, I think it's right behind Sucks to Be You. Wild Thing, Poor Boy is really good. It obviously samples the song Wild Thing by Steppenwolf, I believe. I can't remember who sang Wild Thing. But it's good. Again, very solid, very fun, very fast, has good energy, very danceable. it is what it is. It's just got that pep to it. It's really fun. It's zany. It's zingy. It's good. I have no complaints. Next up, I believe, is where it gets into the kind of the middle zone. And the middle zone started off with Hot Show and Shag Tag You're It. Now, Shag Tag You're It was a song I initially really didn't like as a kid, but has grown with me over time. Shag Tag You're It, I think, is now a great song. It's a lot of fun. Very, very cheeky. Very tongue-in-cheek. It's got that nice, sultry, sensual element. This was definitely a song for the adults out there. So I'm kind of surprised that it made it onto this list because this band was primarily being targeted, you know, towards younger audiences. So the fact that Shag Tag is on this list at all is hilarious. Hot Show is, I'm going to get a little bit of flack for this, but Hot Show I think is one of the better songs on the album. It has a more timeless quality than a lot of the other ones. It's got a very sultry, sexy, almost like a Huxley Workman type energy. It's got that really thick, grimy feel to it. And it's just got a really nice... It has a sultry element that isn't really present in a lot of their other songs. Like, everything else is stripped away. All of the danceable quality, all the standard, like, electronica stuff, that's all gone. That's been replaced now by this fun, slick, sexy song. And I think it works really well. So, I would say it's a good one to go. Mediterranean Lady, I believe, was the next song. This used to be my favorite Prozzak song. Now I think it's a solid B. I think it's a lot of fun. I think that it's a very beautiful song. Everything in it works together really well. I think Mediterranean Lady is a great song. I think that it has a nice feel to it. It's very sweet. It's just a quality that's missing from a lot of their other songs, but it's really good. Mediterranean Lady is a great number, so I feel like it's only fair to put that up here. Next up was Tsunami, I think. I think Tsunami's next. Yeah, we'll say Tsunami's next. Tsunami's great. I think it's one of the few songs, yeah, it's a little dated in terms of its sound, but this is the one that everyone goes through a phase if you have Prozzak. If you've listened to Hot Show, this song will have been one of your favorites at some point or another. Tsunami is really well done. It's, you know, a little racist, but a lot of them are, I guess, now that I think about it. But so that's not great. But the term itself, Tsunami, is a lot of fun. The music is really well done. It was a lot of very, very bright, fast chord. Like, it works really well as a song together. Comes together really fun. It's silly. It's fun. It's fast. Definitely check it out if you get the chance. New York, I think, is the one song on the album that I'm just like, it comes on. I've given it 20 years. I've never clicked with the song. I've never thought it was a good song. I don't know why it's here. It's the one song that I'm just like, I don't understand why they made this song. I don't understand why they released this song as one of the singles. Maybe they were going for a more adult feel, or maybe they wanted to capture someone, like an audience in that more adult department, but it's not good. It's just not good. I don't recommend it. Don't listen to it unless you have to. Otherwise, give it a skip. I Like to Watch was Milo's song. I remember growing up, I liked this song a lot because it was super cheeky. Now it sounds very dated. It's not even like funny. It's just kind of, it's not creepy, but it straddles the line of taste, I think, is the nicest way I can put it. So I would say it's not one of my favorites on the album, but, you know, it's not the worst, but it's close. It's not the best. Sleep With Myself. Solid. I feel like Sleep With Myself is probably only just below Shag Tag. It's a very aware song where it's just like, I'd rather sleep with myself than with someone else who will break my heart. And just like, I get that. It's a good note. And I feel like that's kind of a good element for it to live in. Sleep With Myself is a good song. It's not a great song, but it holds its own. Annalisa is probably the best song on this album. It's controversial to say, considering it has so many peppy hits, that their best song is a super depressing number that sounds more akin to like an adult radio song of the era. Annalisa is beautiful. I think that it's so heartbreaking and so raw and emotional. It really does feel like this song stepped off of another album somewhere. Like, this song is quite good, quite well done, and very, like, it's emotionally poignant in a huge way. So, Annalisa, best song on the album. Simon's Final Thought, is a cute little outro, but again, I don't quite know why it's here. It doesn't add anything, but it still ties up the album in a new and well, not in a new way, but in a way that just makes it breathe a little more, I guess. So those are my thoughts. What do you think? Did you like this album? Did you grow up with this album like I did? If so, where did I go wrong? What did I get right? And what is your favorite Prozzak song to date? Until next time, I will see you later.